What if I told you that what others say about you has nothing to do with you? That their words, their criticisms, even their compliments are merely reflections of their own reality? Why do you give them the power to define who you are? Like a cat calmly watching the world from its perch, let's learn not to let outside noise disturb your inner peace. Today, let a wise cat introduce you to the Second Toltec Agreement. Don't take anything personally, a powerful agreement that can transform your perspective, free you from unnecessary suffering, and help you live at peace with yourself. Why do we take things personally? If you take things personally, it's not because you're too sensitive. It's a deeply ingrained defense mechanism. Our brain is wired for survival. It often interprets others' words or actions as attacks on our identity, our worth, or our ego. It's the fight or flight reflex. For example, when someone makes a comment about your appearance, your brain reacts as if it needs to defend itself from danger. You then interpret it as a personal attack. But in reality, what others say or do has nothing to do with you. It reflects only their beliefs, their insecurities, and their own story. Let me tell you a story. Imagine someone who loves sharing her drawings on social media. One day, she receives a negative comment. "You draw like a 5-year-old, it's ridiculous." Reading this, she feels hurt and begins to doubt her talent. She takes the criticism very personally, thinking it questions her entire worth as an artist. But after some reflection, she realizes that this comment says more about the state of mind of the person who wrote it than about her. Maybe that person is having a bad day or is criticizing out of personal frustration. She then decides not to take the remark personally. She continues to draw with passion, remembering that her art reflects her inner world, not the insecurities of others. Just like in this story, you can choose not to absorb others' judgments. Their opinion is just a reflection of their own reality, not yours. If this message resonated with you, like, comment, share, and subscribe so more wandering souls can find their path. But how do you apply this agreement in daily life? Here are 3 practical steps to stop taking things personally. Clarity. Don't believe everything you think. Your brain creates stories based on your insecurities. When someone says something negative, ask yourself, am I imagining their intentions? For example, if they say, "You're never there for me," instead of reacting, ask yourself, am I assuming they think I'm selfish? Ask questions to clarify rather than reacting impulsively. Boundaries. Imagine you're comfortably settled in a peaceful place. Others' negative words are like noise outside. You hear them, but they can't reach you unless you choose to open the door. Stay in your serenity by letting in only what brings you peace. You can't control others' words, thoughts, or actions, but you can control your reaction, your interpretation, and your state of mind. Self-worth. Remember, your worth doesn't depend on others' opinions. If someone says, "You're too sensitive," remember that this sensitivity is also what makes your empathy, your humanity. Their opinion doesn't have to redefine who you are. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. When you choose not to take anything personally, you free yourself from the weight of judgments and regain your inner peace. Just like a cat who doesn't care about others' opinions as it peacefully falls asleep in the middle of the room, imagine being able to live without being affected by others' judgments. Try it for yourself and see how it changes your perspective. Words only have the power you give them. So, Which ones will you let into your world?